I'm so excited to be back. Love this city. I'll bite and then here's it. Bloop.
And the reason why this trip is super special to me and Odette.
This is what happiness tastes like. And there's nobody here. Malaysia has fully opened up and it's quite easy to get into the country. Traditional roti canai and a roti cheese canai. We are back in Kuala Lumpur. Last week we hopped on a flight from Islamabad to Bangkok and from Bangkok to Kuala Lumpur, and we are so excited to be back in one of our favorite cities. We absolutely love this city and we're so excited to see what Kuala Lumpur is like in 2022. But before we go and explore this city, let's go get some breakfast.
So right now we're going towards a place that we often walk by when we're here, but we never actually stop to eat at it. So we're gonna go check it out and actually see what they have. We know that they're open till 11 for breakfast, so we're gonna see what kind of food we can get. Maybe we can get some local food. That'd be fantastic. Coming back to Kuala Lumpur is actually, this is a very special trip for us. I'm gonna share it with you a little bit later, and in a later video we're gonna fully explain why this trip to us is very special. Alright, so the way things work here is that you just grab a seat anywhere you like, and then somebody comes up to you, asks you what you like to order, you put your order in, and they bring you your food, and you just kind of like a restaurant. You sit down and one by one they just brought Odette's drink, and then we're waiting for our food next.
This place is open 24 hours a day. They serve breakfast until 11. After 11 they serve a different array of dishes. I'm not sure until what time and what time breakfast starts. But we're super excited to try this food out. Tarik is one of these drinks that I've absolutely loved since the first time we came to Kuala Lumpur, so I had to get one on our first day in Kuala Lumpur. Tarik, if I'm not mistaken, translates to cool tea, which is because they throw it like... Leave that out, please. So our breakfast has just arrived. We ordered roti canai, which is this flaky, buttery bread, which comes with a variety of sauces, or curries, I'm not sure what you call them. They've got many different versions, but we opted to go for the traditional roti canai and a roti cheese canai. Dip in one of these curry sauces. Like I said, buttery, a little bit chewy, but not too chewy. Nice little bit of spice from that sauce. Oh, I could eat this every single day. The best thing about this breakfast is that besides delicious, it's also really affordable. If I'm not mistaken, a plate like this is only 1.8 ringgit, which is less than $50. That was delicious.
Yeah. That's okay. Thank you. And just in case you're wondering, this restaurant is located about 3-minute walk to the Petronas Towers, which we're going to next. And the price for this meal was total of 7 ringgit, everything included. We just gave it 10 ringgit, and yeah, very worth it and delicious. One of my favorite things about Malaysia is that when you're walking within the city, it's very, even though there's a lot of buildings, especially in the area that we are, which is the Bukit Bintang area, there's a lot of trees and greenery. So you don't feel like, it kind of feels like a, I don't know, a sort of like a concrete jungle in an actual jungle. It's very beautiful. And of course, the trees provide a lot of shade, which is really nice. And of course, when you come into Kuala Lumpur, you can't not come to Kuala Lumpur and not see the Petronas Tower. It's like a must, isn't it?
It's an iconic site. When you think about Kuala Lumpur, you think about the Petronas Tower, so you have to see them.
There they are.
Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that inside the Petronas Towers, there's actually a giant mall. The last time we were in Kuala Lumpur was actually right before the pandemic. It was February 2020. It was right when the pandemic started breaking out in China, and at that moment we had no idea that it was going to become this widespread situation. At that moment there were no regulations, no rules here. All we did was buy a mask, as most people started wearing it here. But now so much has changed. 2 years later, you'll see everyone wearing masks, both inside as well as outside, which is not something we've seen in a lot of countries that we've been to in the last couple of months. So we're in the Petronas Towers right now in the Suria KLCC mall. And this mall is giant. They have everything that you need here. You will find clothing stores, restaurants, cafes, a cinema, and even some health centers, I think. If you are planning on visiting the malls here, be sure to bring a mask, as that is mandatory to get inside, as well as a jacket, as it can get super chilly in here, which I'm gonna put on right now. It's getting so cool. AC is blasting in here, which is quite common in Southeast Asia, but still something that I could just never get used to.
So right now we're gonna go grab some juice for me at the food court. We're gonna be doing a full video on the malls in Kuala Lumpur because you can't come here and not come to the malls. And yeah, so be sure to subscribe. We're gonna show that video on a later date.
One thing I love about Malaysia is the food. It's not only because it's good, but because it's simply everywhere. From the malls to street stalls outside, you can grab delicious food at any time of the day.
Watch out, watch out. I asked for a small, she said kids. I guess this is kids, but this is more than enough. One of my favorite juices. It's so refreshing after walking outside in that heat. Like I don't have words for it. It's refreshing. That's it.
You can have one of these every single day, can't you?
2 maybe.
When they're kid size, yes.
Here, try some.
That is good. And so cool.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's healthy. It's got a lot of
Vitamin C.
vitamins.
And now that Rob has finished his juice, we're gonna go to the KLCC park, which is located right behind this mall.
Parada with Tom Holland.
KLCC Park is and always has been one of our favorite spots in this city. It is so green, right in the middle of all these skyscrapers. You have a beautiful view over the Petronas Towers, and there's just so many incredible things to see here. Like, look at these trees. You don't really see these trees in like the countries where we come from, so I always am mesmerized when you see them here.
And the reason why this trip is super special to me and Odette, almost 5 years ago to the date, this was our first trip as a couple that we took to Kuala Lumpur. We just landed in Kuala Lumpur, and we're gonna go through immigration, grab a baggage, and go to the hotel. Let the fun begin. And we're back 5 years later on our 5-year anniversary, which will be soon, and we'll be filming another video for that as well. This is why this trip is super special to us.
If you're ever in this area, be sure to stop by here at night as well, as at night the Petronas Tower is fully lit up and there's a full fountain show going on. It gets super busy, it's beautiful to see, definitely stop by. And now it's time to leave this beautiful park and head over to the Bukit Bintang area.
This is one of my favorite walkways. They created this walkway from basically between KLCC's mall and another mall called the Pavilion. I think this is roughly about 1 to 1.5 kilometers.
Plus, when it rains, you stay completely dry and you can easily get from one point to the other. So, 10 out of 10. And there's nobody here. I'm getting a little bit hungry. You hungry?
I'm hungry. I'm always hungry.
Let's go find some lunch. This is like my
Where are you going?
Nando's. Let's get this barista.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Just outside of the Pavilion Mall, there's a bunch of restaurants and cafes and everything that you can go to. And we came to Nando. Now, I want to share a clip with you guys. This clip was from 5 years ago when we were here last. This just in breaking news. She never had Nando's ever before. That's right, you heard it right. Odette has never had Nando's before. And you know, I know Nando's is all over the world and you can have it pretty much everywhere, but for whatever reason, we never ended up trying it. But we were just reminiscing and talking about the past and kind of remembered that, hey, Odette said she never had Nando's, so we figured why not give it a try, and after 5 years back in Kuala Lumpur, see if she likes Nando's or not.
Plus I love chicken.
Yes, she's partially chicken and partially pizza.
I'm not really a big meat eater, not a big meat lover, besides chicken. Chicken is the only thing I really do like. Our food has just arrived. I ordered some chicken tenders with some char-grilled veggies and some potato wedges. Because I love potatoes, I had to include some potato wedges. These potato wedges look incredibly crispy. I love potatoes. And I got some sauce with it too.
Thank you so much.
Now I also got some chicken, which is of course the reason why you come to Nando's. There's a lot of different spice levels that you can try here. I went for the mild option. Oh, that's juicy. Oh, that's spicy. Give me the mild.
Spicy.
It's both. It's so juicy, but it's also quite spicy already from Melbourne. Well, I really like that. It's a bit of that's a lot spicier than I expected, but really good. It's like a hint of something like lemony to it. I like it. Now all I can say that it's a shame we waited 5 years to come here because I love this.
Alright, so what I ordered was the grilled veggies on the side with the rice and a chicken burger. When I usually order Nando's, I usually like to get the butterfly chicken, but for whatever reason, they didn't have it available today, so I opted out for the burger instead.
It's so spicy.
And we got the mild. On the chicken burger, we got some chicken, some interesting kind of cheese, another type of cheese that I ordered on top of it with sauce, tomato, and lettuce. Let's give it a try because I haven't had this in a long time. I really like the combination of the chicken with the two cheeses, lettuce and tomato. I do wish the bun was a little bit softer, but other than that, it's a perfect chicken sandwich that I missed eating Nando's so much. And I enjoy my grilled veggies and some rice. You want to tell everybody about your first Malaysian or first Nando's experience? How was Nando's? How do you like it?
10 out of 10.
Yeah?
Would recommend. Yes.
Okay.
Check it out.
Alright, she'll like
Plus,
that.
great value for money.
Great value for money. That was all 64 Malaysian ringgit. I'll put the conversion down here somewhere. Thank you, bye-bye. Right now it's about 1 o'clock. It's really hot outside, and right now the best thing to do is welcome to Kuala Lumpur, where within minutes weather can change, thunderstorms and rain can start. We're planning obviously to go into the pool and enjoying the weather, and when we were coming home there was still sunny weather, but that's Kuala Lumpur for you, and Southeast Asia for that matter.
So yeah, let's hope it stops soon, fingers crossed, so we can grab some street food tonight, or else we'll have to wait till tomorrow and then we'll see you then. It is 3 days later because it ended up raining every single night for the last 3 nights, but we're finally out again and we're ready to go grab some food. Came to one of our favorite places that is located right behind Bukit Bintang called Jalan Alor. Jalan Alor is this famous food street where you can find plenty of street food, but also some restaurants where you can sit down and find a good meal for a decent price. Let's see what we can find. So the first snack we're grabbing today is pisang goreng, which is fried banana, and it is one of my favorite things. I have been waiting to eat this for the last 2 years. Finally got the pisang goreng. Let's see if this is still as good as I remember. That's better than I remember. I don't know if you can see the inside. but then banana gets all like gooey, it's crispy, it's hot. They're cooking it like fresh behind me right here. In addition to the fried banana, I also got some fried jackfruit, which is something I didn't taste until 2 years ago when we were living in Bali. But I fell in love with, especially like jackfruit curry. So I was curious to see what it would taste like as a fried snack. Now let's see.
Is it chewy, is it?
It's very chewy, it's very stringy, and it's a giant pit inside, so I'm happy I took a small bite, and then here's it. Look. It's tasty, I like it, but it's not as easy to eat as a fried banana. Okay, let's try another bite. Really good though. Both super fresh. Let's see what else we can find. On to the next one.
Alright, as you guys can see right behind me, we're sitting at a restaurant called Manki Grill Fish. Odette has just ordered a lime juice. And I've ordered one of my favorite foods no matter where we go, either Indonesia, Malaysia, anywhere we go, I always like ordering some satays. So they have Netherlands, Thailand, yeah, pretty much anywhere. And yeah, basically we're gonna get 5 chicken satays, 5 beef satays, and it was all 18 Malaysian ringgit, which was pretty affordable. I gotta have to say, there's something about Malaysia, especially Kuala Lumpur, that it just sits right with us. We love it here. Like the vibe here, there's something, I don't know how to explain it. It is true though. There's something about here that I can't put my finger on, but it really is nice.
Personally, I think the people, the food, the streets, everything is like very nicely taken care of over here. Like every time we come here, we feel very safe in general here on the streets. Yeah. Everyone's always been super nice. Like we just love everything about it. Gotta say though, rain for 3 days straight in the evening, not a thing I love, but that's Southeast Asia.
That's just Southeast Asia, anywhere you go. No, like in general, you go to Indonesia, you go to Vietnam, you go to Thailand, you go to Cambodia, they're all the same in terms of rain. So it's just this side of the world, you just gotta learn to like it, you know what I mean?
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, I just got my full drink now.
Okay. This is too tasty. I take this one.
Yours is nice and cold.
Yeah, yours is not.
Oh, that's what you get. I think one of my favorite things about the streets is that you just basically take a seat, order some food, just watch some people watching basically, and enjoy your food at a very decent price. Oh, that's yours making faces to the camera, but people are walking by and looking at it. I love it. So right now I got my beef and chicken satay, and it comes with a bit of a sauce, which you can dip into, and my stolen lemonade is right here. Alright, so I'm gonna try the chicken now. It's a bit charred on the outside, but we'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna put some peanut sauce on it first. It was definitely a bit tough, but it's soft on the inside, surprisingly. So if you don't mind the charred stuff, it actually tastes alright. Alright, and the next one that we're gonna try is the beef. We're gonna again put some peanut sauce on top of it. Okay, yeah, the beef definitely better, much better. Again, I don't know how they do it. It looks charred, it looks tough, but it isn't. It's actually very juicy on the inside and kind of a crunch to the outside. So I don't know, my kind of beef. So I like it. Picasso.
Now that Rob has finished his satay, it's time for some dessert. When we walked down the street, we saw this guy selling egg tarts, which is one of our favorite snacks that you see all over Malaysia, so we had to grab some. Egg tart? Thank you. So we grabbed our egg tarts. I don't know if you really can see it. I think these egg tarts are originally from Portugal, but you can find them everywhere here. and I love them. They're like crunchy, crispy, filled with custard. Okay, let's see how these are. So good. Oh, I could have like 10 of these. And that's it for today's video, guys. We really hope you enjoyed coming along with us as we explored Kuala Lumpur for the first time again in 2022. We're gonna be here for a couple of weeks, so be sure to subscribe to join us on our next adventure.
So the video is over and we're about to go home, but we have to get one more snack for Odette. Enjoying?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
This is what happiness tastes like.
Alright guys, a bit of bonus content at the end of the video. Right when you come out of the food street over here, you come onto this street where you're getting a lot of massage parlors, and then one street over there's a lot of bars, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
right?
it's like a bar street.
Bar street. Actually at the end of this there's some bars, and then one street over is also a bunch of bars. And then when you go back towards Pavilion, you're gonna get a lot of like shawarma places, a lot of restaurants. This is like the area that you want to be when you come here. I've been coming here for many years, and right behind me is one of the famous shawarma places in Bukit Bintang, Halab Gate, and another one is Damascus. And Halab Gates has always been busy every time we come here, even after how many years have we been coming here? For many years, since 2005 years, yeah. No matter when you come here at night, there's always like 20-30 people in front of it. Really good shawarmas. And like I said, the two famous shawarma places, the Halab Gate that we're just in front of, and on the other side is Damascus. And now Damascus had 3 locations, one's here, one's down the street, and another one on the other side, but they're all within the same vicinity.